Ellesmere Yard, it's probably the last of its type anywhere. It's got more of its working history. It's still working. It's still doing the job, or part of the job that it was originally built to do. And we're talking about 1790. So it's had a long working history. We can't let it go. We can't ignore it. You won't find this anywhere else on the canal system. I'm here every year, and usually I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. If we are to provide a picture for the future generations of how the wealth of the country was made and how it happened way back at the start, and that's back to the start of the Industrial Revolution. You can't lose this place. We must not lose this place. It's not, that can't be on the agenda, you know, nowhere. I mean, I would picket the place if the demolition ball was outside. They'd have to demolish me before they could demolish this. That's just what it means to me. I never actually, in my time working for British Waterways, I never actually worked in this yard, but I was in it quite a bit. And whilst we still had a smaller yard at Marple, and there's still a lot of history there, when you walked in this place, you could almost cut a lump of it in the air and breathe it in. You know, it's just that kind of a place. You can't come in here. I'd defy anybody to come in here in this yard and walk around and not like it. Don't care who they are. You know, we could probably bring the Queen now in a buggy, and if she said, "Oh, this isn't any good," I'd be gobsmacked. I've never known anybody come here and not like the place and not think, "Oh, wait, look at that." You know, is this going to be saved? That's been said to me more times than I've had hot dinners over the years. And it's got to be. You just look around at the place, so like the Saw Doctor over there, and upstairs, the pattern shop. What a fascinating place. You know, I've been in there umpteen times, and you're sorting through these old patterns for pieces of lock gear and that. And you find pieces, hey, look at that. That's for Marple. What's it doing here? There's a pattern there, and you just dug it out by accident. One of the nicest things that I found up there years ago, and I think it must be in a museum now, was the measuring stuff for checking the weights of the boats, loaded boats. Now, most of them are just sort of flat slider bars. You've got a foot on it, you put it under the bottom of the boat, and it's got its measuring scale up there, and it's got another slider on top that goes down, and you slide that down the gunnel, and how much freeboard the boat's got above water tells you how many tons it's in. It tells you what. Look, I found one of the old originals, and it's unbelievably a piece of, it was like a joiner's test piece, and it was a mahogany wooden tube with a neck on it, and it had the slider that rode it inside it. It had the foot on the bottom and the sliding foot on the top, and the ivory, the measuring scale on it was ivory, strip of ivory all the way down it, and it was. I looked at it, wow. It's that is in a museum now, so okay, but the kind of workmanship in it, I mean, it didn't need to be like that. It just didn't, but it was the kind of attention that it, and I can imagine a guy, you know, a toll clerk, having that and wandering out. Okay, right, where are we? And dropping it in the water under the boat, putting a slide in, but it was a beautiful piece of work. It was just a beautiful piece of work. You could have done it with a tape measure, you know, but And that's the kind of thing you find in here, everywhere. Just an Aladdin's cave. For somebody like me, an anorak, you could give me a camp bed, I'd live here. I'd live here. I would, you know, my perfect old folks home. You know, don't sign me into the funny farm, put me a bed in here, I'll be happy.